Hey there, 8-Bit Flashback back again, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at the Super Game 32-in-1 Mega Drive cartridge. And I got this from Banggood.com for just under $10, shipped to the US. And if you're wanting to get one of these, I'll make sure to post a link down below. The cartridge seems to be region-free. I've tested it on multiple consoles, and I've tested it 50Hz and 60Hz, and it seems to work just fine. I also tested on a US Sega Genesis Model 1, and it works on that too. But if you want to plug it in, you're going to have to use a Game Genie as an adapter, because it won't fit in the slot. The Mega Drive cartridges are shaped slightly different than the US Sega Genesis cartridges. But the Game Genie is an easy fix for this, plus you can still use the Game Genie features. And for this video, I'm going to be demoing all the games on this Sega Genesis Model 1. So if I power it up, it loads the Game Genie menu. From here I can put my Game Genie cheat codes in, and press start, or I can just press start and it'll load the game like normal. I also tested the cartridge by removing the top half of the Sega Genesis Model 1, and then plugging in my cartridge. This works, but I'm only doing this for testing purposes, and I would recommend you don't do this. You can pick up Game Genies for less than $15, and that's a much safer way to do it if you're going to be playing on a US system. And as you can see here, doing it this way is not very practical. I could easily drop my Sega Genesis and break it with my case apart. It's just not a good idea. And as you can see here, the game loads right up. Alright, let's go ahead and test this with the Game Genie now, and I'm going to enter a code for Sonic 1. I'm going to enter the master code, and I'm also going to enter the debug code. After entering my codes, I just press start, and that's going to load the cartridge, and now I'm going to navigate to Sonic 1. So if the code works correctly, what's going to happen is when I start the game, and I push B, Sonic's going to turn into a ring, and then I can navigate anywhere I want in the round, and then push B again, and he turns back into Sonic. So it looks like the debug code's working just like it's supposed to. I just wanted to test that out. Now let's go ahead and check out the rest of the games. Alright, first on the list is Toon, and it's worth playing, but it's not one of my favorites. Next up is Castle of Illusion with Mickey Mouse, and I really like this game. I really like the graphics and the soundtrack. I have a lot of fun when I play this game. Fantasia, this is another game with Mickey Mouse in it, and this game's a lot of fun too, although it can feel a bit slow at times, but it's still a solid game. Quackshot is another solid game with great gameplay and music. Goldmax, everyone knows what this game is. It's a classic, and it's definitely worth playing. And here's Goldmax 2. It's pretty similar to the first one, but in this one you got a couple more special moves. Here's Fire Shark. This is a vertical scrolling shooter, and be aware, it's addicting. Bare Knuckle, or Streets of Rage. This is kind of like Double Dragon, but on steroids. Sunset Riders, and this game reminds me a lot of Contra, except for you're in the Old West. Here's Double Dragon. This is a great beat-em-up game starring Jimmy and Billy Lee. Double Dragon 2, the sequel, and there were some new moves added like the Hurricane Kick. That was one of my favorite moves for Double Dragon. Alright, next up we got Sonic 1, and Sonic needs no introduction. We all know who Sonic is. Sonic is a great game, and it always will be. Super Shinobi, great game, and I remember I wanted to be a ninja so bad after playing this game, and I still do. Here's Shadow Dancer, another great ninja game with a terrible name. In Sector X, this is a side-scrolling shooting game with a lot of cool weapons. Here's James Bond 007, and this game's kind of similar to Contra, except it's a bad version of Contra. Here's Home Alone, and I have to say I'm probably never going to play this game again. I don't even know what the point is when I'm in this round. Here's Home Alone 2, kind of same thing with this game. It's very repetitive, and I just didn't find myself having that much fun playing this. Here's The Little Mermaid, and I hate to admit it, but this game's kind of fun. Here's the Flintstones, and this game's okay. I'll probably play it again, but it's not one of my favorites. Here's Batman, and I like most Batman games, and I like this one too. It's a nice beat-em-up game, and he has a lot of cool gadgets. Rambo 3. This game's pretty true to the movie. You can get hectic at times. There's going to be bullets and missiles flying at you from multiple directions, and you got to battle your way through it. Battletoads. This is a great game in my opinion. It has great graphics, great soundtrack, great gameplay. Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Well, it has great music. Rainbow Islands. In this game, you gotta make it to the top of the island using rainbows as your weapons, and this game is surprisingly addictive. Run Arc. This game's kinda like Streets of Rage meets Indiana Jones. Here's Dick Tracy, and there's quite a bit of action going on in this game, but I just found myself not having very much fun. Here's Maui Renjishi, and I'm sure I'm saying that name wrong, but whatever. This game is actually really cool. There's a lot of cool attacks. It's nice and fast. I'm definitely going to play this game some more. Aero Blaster. This is another side-scrolling shooting game. It's very fast-paced, a lot of cool power-ups, a lot of cool weapons. Toki the Ape. This is a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up game, and it's kind of slow-paced, but I did find it addicting, and I will play it again. Elemental Master. This is another vertical scrolling shooter. It's very fast paced, a lot of weapons, a lot of power ups, and it's very hard, but I'm going to play it again. And last on the list is Altered Beast. This is another great classic game. This is a side scrolling beat 'em up game where the player can morph into different beasts and cause some serious damage. Alright, that's all the games on the cartridge. I just want to give you a quick look at what's going on with it. And for $10, I think it's worth it. Even though I'm not a fan of all the games on this cartridge, I do like most of them, and I will be playing them again. Well, thanks for watching. If you want to hear more from me, please subscribe. And if you like that video, please click that like button. And if you want to see more of my videos, just click any of these links.